Today on Dusty Ridge, we have a big restoration project. I've got a pond down here in the woods. You can see I'm surrounded by trees. That is starting to get overgrown and it desperately needs my attention. So that's what we're going to do today. I've got my chainsaw, I brought my weed eater, I even brought my mower down here. So what I need to do is I need to get all the brush and the small trees cut back with the weed eater and the chainsaw. Then I need to take the tractor and mow around it. The only problem is, as you can probably already tell from where I'm standing at, we're in a big hilly area down here. That's why the pond's here. All the water drains down this way because it's a lot of ravines and hills and ridges down in here. So we need to try to get it cleaned up, but you just can't reach it with a lot of heavy equipment. So a lot of it's manual labor. That's why it's taken me so long to get this cleaned up. But we need to do that. I actually just had to take the chainsaw and cut some of the tree limbs out just so I could get the truck down here into the pond. We have a trail cut, but within 2 years it grew back. I mean, those trees will grow so fast around here with the amount of rain we get. If they see any sunlight, they'll come in and try to absorb that up. So it takes quite a bit of effort to try to keep things cleaned up around here. So that's what we got to do today. Before we get into cleaning it up though, I want to give you a good idea of what it looks like, so that way you can have a nice transformation video, because it's going to be quite the difference when we're finished today. So the first step that we had to do was get this trail cut up that you can see in front of me. We were able to trim back some of the trees so that way we can turn in. Right up here is the turn-in spot, and then that enables me to be able to get my truck down here. I can turn around, back up, whatever I need to do right there. Just had to take the small trees out and then mow it up pretty good. It looks pretty nice now. When I brought the tractor down, I did make a small loop down here to at least knock down some of the grass so I could walk into here, because this was about knee high already. So it's just a lot of brush and grass, which this is actually sort of a two-part problem. I have, before, my pond was so muddy, which it's still a little bit murky, but it was just the straight orange and brown from the mud that was running off these hills into it. So I've let the grass grow up for a few years to try to help that problem out, because all of this in here, you can see this one spot, that's what it looked like before I let this grass grow up over the last few years. It's still pretty thin in a lot of these areas, and it's just gets eroded so quickly. Like, here's one of the reasons why I can't just use the tractor on it. Look at how steep that is eroded out. And even through here where it's somewhat flat, like right here, see, you got to watch, there's rocks sticking out, and then the ground just gives away from where it's been eroded. Here is a good example. That's what it all used to look like, just no grass and a lot of dirt showing. So that's why I've let this grass grow up. I've mowed this a few times over the years and just left the grass laying on it to try to help out. But we've got a lot of trees trying to take over our pond area down here. So that's why we need to get these cut up out of the way. Do a lot of weed eating and mowing, making this look good so we can use it again. And then these trees right in front of me on this trail, I know it doesn't really look like there's a trail here, but these trees are only 3 years old. I cut these back, like this one here. I cut that one back 3 years ago. I cannot believe that they grow that fast in 3 years. Looks like the forest has overtaken them already. So we need to get these cut back. Wow, just to show you, there actually is a trail through here. See, here's the pond. So just a lot of work. I need to open up a lot of these holes again. I'll probably leave some of the trees, but I want to at least be able to fish in different spots other than just right in front of the pond. This is insane how much these trees have grown. My goodness. Wow. So that's the mission for today. And then we've also got another trail here that is pretty much non-existent now that I need to get cleaned up and open it back up so we can utilize these areas again. So it looks like I'm headed just straight for a bunch of trees, but I promise it'll pay off here in a second. Just hang on tight with me. We'll show you where we're headed. So if we can trim this canopy back a little bit, you can tell that there's not much on the ground. It just kind of grew together. So what the idea is, we want to be able to take and knock these out of the way. Then we'll be able to walk straight over here to get on the backside of the pond and be able to do some fishing. So we definitely need to come over here and cut all of these sycamores back, or they're going to take over this dam. Plus we don't want it to destroy our dam. And then we can also fish this side of the pond. So this is a good view of what it looks like before from the opposite side. So then when we're finished, I can come back over here and show you how much work we actually got accomplished. And that's where we just walked through. Doesn't even look like there was ever a trail through there. All right, I got my work clothes on, I got my chainsaw, and I got my weed eater. We got a lot of work to do, so stick around and see the transformation and how we're able to improve this pond. After a few hours of weeding, chainsawing, and mowing, I decided that this project wasn't worth completing today, that I wanted to enjoy my pond a little bit, so we decided to take the family fishing here in the evening. We are sharing some of the results and the memories that we made that day. Life's not always about completing the project, sometimes it's about enjoying the ride. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.